I want to apply for US tourist visa. I do not know the process. Agent is asking me a lot of money. What should I do? This is the question that I get from a lot of my subscribers, and let me tell you something. Applying for US visa is very easy. You can apply for US visa on your own. You do not need any agent. Yes, let me repeat. You do not need any agent. The reason why I'm telling you this is because you do not need to upload any document in US visa. When you compare it with Canada visa, UK visa or other countries visa, US visa is far easier. Because when you apply for Canada visa, you need lot of document and this takes lot of time, this takes lot of effort. US visa, nothing is required. The only thing that is important for US visa is how well you are prepared for your visa interview. So that is the difference between US visa and other country visa. In US visa, you will be face to face with the visa interviewer. He will directly ask you questions based on your employment, your family related questions, and based on your answers of those questions, he will approve or reject your visa. So that is the difference between US visa and other country visa. US visa is interview based. So if you are applying for US visa, my suggestion would be to do not worry about document. You do not have any bank statement? Fine. You do not have no objection certificate from your employer, any letter from your employer? That is fine. What you need is be prepared for your interview, be prepared for the question. That is what you need for your US visa. Now let me tell you the process for US visa, how it works. So the first thing that you need to know is that you need to apply for US visa, you need to fill one form and that form is called DS-160. So DS-160 is the visa application form that we fill. I'll show you how you fill that form. So this is the website on which we go. This is the link that we click and then we select the location. So this is the location that you select and after selecting the location, you start the application. I have made a separate video on that. I have explained to you how you can fill DS-160 on that video. So if you want to watch that, you can watch that video as well. Let me show you the DS-160 form as well. So this is the DS-160 form. So in this form, you can see that we have the personal details, we have the travel related details, we have when you are going to visit US, what you are going to do in US, your family related details. All those details you have mentioned in your DS-160. So once you fill this DS-160 form, the next step is the biometrics. So you book an appointment for biometrics and interview. So you do this on the website ustraveldocs.com. In this website, when you click this link, what you will get is list of countries. Based on your country, let us say you are from India, you will select you will select India, and then you will book your appointment on this website. So the payment for US visa you need to make on this website itself. The payment is $185. In Indian currency that stands at 15,100 rupees. In Pakistani currency that stands at somewhere between 50 to 55,000 rupees. So once you make the payment for biometrics, once you schedule your interview, so the next step is the big one. You need to appear for visa interview. This is very important. You do not need any document, but what you need is good preparation for the interview. And let me tell you how you prepare for interview. So when you are preparing for this visa interview, remember three things. First is purpose of visit. What is my purpose of visit? Ask yourself. Second thing, home ties. Is my home ties strong or weak? Home tie is your connection to your home country. Your home country is India. Is your connection to your home country, that is India, strong or weak? And third thing that you should keep in mind is that do I have sufficient fund with myself? If you answer these three questions to yourself and if you are confident about these three questions, you should be doing good in interview and you should be getting this visa. So let me start with purpose of visit. So when you will appear for the visa interview, he'll take your passport, he'll read your passport, and then he will ask you, the officer, that why do you want to visit US? What is your purpose of visit? So if you are confident about that answer, let us say that you are going to US for a business meeting or you're going to attend some event, carry documents related to that. I told you that you do not need any document, but still I'm suggesting you carry documents related to that, because if there is any specific thing that you are going to do and if you have got documents related to that, you can forward that document to the visa officer if he asks. And generally, what from my experience, what I have seen is that He will not ask you document if you are going for tourism, obviously, but if you are going for a particular event, there is a possibility that he can ask you for document. So that is why it is said that if there is any specific event, if there is a particular reason to go, genuine reason to visit United States, the possibility of getting visa is actually very high. And third situation, let us say that if you are going there just for plain and simple tourism, in that situation, tell them exactly which city you will be going, what place you will be going, and when you will be leaving United States. So remember that if they refuse your visa, they will give you section 214B, and they will give you section 214B. What does this section means? So basically section 240B means that you fail to convince the visa officer regarding your intentions of visiting United States. So in his mind, the visa officer mind, he is looking at you as somebody who is a potential immigrant, which means that he is looking at you somebody who is gonna settle illegally in United States, who is gonna work illegally in United States. So it is your duty to convince the officer that you do not have any such intentions, you are just a tourist. Therefore, when you are going there, have clear ideas in your mind that this is what I'm going to do, this is the place that I'm going to visit. So I have talked about purpose of visit, I gave it some time. Let me talk about second topic. This is also very important. This is about home ties. So home ties, your connection to your home country. Why home ties are important? Because the visa officer will check, he will evaluate that if your home ties are strong or not. And how is he going to do that? He is going to do that through different set of questions. He is going to ask you questions on your family. Your family is your home ties. So if you do not have family members in India, let us say in your home country, your home ties are weak. But let us say that if you have elderly parents in India, and if you are going to take care of them, obviously you will not leave them and go back to US permanently. So if you have elderly parents to take care, you will come back to India because of them. If you have children in India, you will come back because of them. They are your ties to India, they are your connections to India, and they are the reasons why you will go back. Is family the only home ties? No. So another reason for home ties is employment. If you have an employment back home, this is your connection to India, and this is the reason why you will go back, because you have a duty to perform and you are on vacation. After your vacation is over, you will go back to India, do your duty. The commitments that you have back home, you will fulfill those commitments, your family commitment, your work commitment. So that is why employment they check if you are employed or not. Family ties they check if you have a strong family ties or not. And if somebody who is running a business, they'll talk about your business. So employment, family ties, business, properties are also your connection to your home country. Investment is also a connection to your home country. So these things are your connection to your home country. They'll talk about this, and you should be ready to answer about these questions. But the reason why I'm talking about these things is because I want you to have confidence in yourself, because US visa, they try to read your body language, right? Because a lot of the time they will not ask you for document. So they will look at you, they will see you, if you are confident, if you are nervous. So if you are nervous, maybe you are hiding something, maybe you have some other intentions of visiting United States. So they will look at you, they will look at your body language, they will read you. So when you are speaking, try to be confident. Obviously there will be some nervousness, and that is fine. But still, if you are confident in your reasons, in your reasoning that this is why I want to visit United States, if you are fully prepared, you are going to do well in the interview. So I've talked about purpose of visit, I've talked about home type. Let me talk about third thing, proof of fund. So fund is also very important. They might not ask you directly about funds, but they could check if you have fund or not with you based on your employment, based on your business. So if you are a good businessman, you should be having fund in their mind. If you have a good job, you should be having fund. But even then, I would recommend keep your bank statement with you just in case, because most probably they will not ask you for document, but there are times when they check for document, and if that is the case, keep the documents with yourself. So these three things I always suggest to my clients, that keep documents related to these three things. Purpose of visit, keep documents related to that. For example, If you're going to some event, keep documents related to that event. If you have letter from any business meeting you are going to attend, if you have letters related to that, keep documents related to that. If somebody is inviting you to US, keep documents related to that. For example, invitation letter, sponsorship letter. Keep documents related to home ties as well. So family related documents, keep that. For example, marriage certificate, your children birth certificate, keep those documents. Keep documents related to investment in mutual fund. Keep documents if you are getting any income from any other source, for example rent, keep documents related to that. And proof of fund, keep documents related to that, for example your bank statement. So if you keep these things in mind, I'm pretty sure that your visa will be approved. And if you like my content, please subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much.